Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my daily meditation that I would normally go over. I decided to record it and release it because maybe somebody will get something out of it. You know, I'm more of an interfaith person. So what I'm doing is I'm focusing on all of the religions. I read out of all of the religions, and so today I'm going to incorporate. If it's not a Buddhist text, I'm going to look. I got to find out exactly what the theology is and how to say this correctly. I don't know if it's or if it's Buddhism. And so forgive me if I don't understand. Please leave me comments in the section, please, so I can understand. I'm learning. I didn't think to do my research on the book, on this, to see exactly which faith, but I'll look it up, to not today or tomorrow before the next session, which will be in 3 days. So I'm going to rotate. I'll have this Buddhist text today, then I'll have something from the Bible tomorrow. The Heavenly Host told me where to start tomorrow with that, and I'm going to read this stuff, like maybe a chapter at a time, and it's going to take a long time, but that's how I'm going to study it because I don't want to miss anything, because my thing is I don't want people to use religion as an excuse for war, because nothing that I have read so far, and I've recorded, where I began this journey. My allergies. Nothing, no war support, the religions being against each other. It doesn't support that. It supports, what happens is that there's squabbles behind different situations, but the religion shouldn't be the excuse so far, for the people to be battling. Because it appears as though one picks up where the other leaves off. And I got to find out when the Buddhist text, the original text. This will be like, it looks like segments of it. There's 2 of these books, so this one won't take as long. This one's only about 163 pages, so I'm gonna go slowly. And if I don't pronounce it right, oh well. Just use me as a blooper for that. And then when somebody teaches me how to say it correctly, eventually, then I'll get better. But right now, I'm just trying to raise consciousness, my own. Because if I can raise my own consciousness, then I can be better for somebody else, I want to make a difference while I'm here. I really do. I want to try to help and encourage people to be better than what they are right now. And, and I put myself out there. So it's okay. I want to tell you too, choose God, choose him. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. Just choose God. Just try to, if you make a mistake, just ask him forgiveness and try to do better after that. We're making things way more complicated than it should be. I choose God even in spite of my faults. I choose God in spite of my faults. So I feel real proud and blessed to be here. It's been a hard struggle for me. And as much as I've been through, I still want to be honest and fair and just. And I still want to help people, because there's some good people out there. They just don't have any, they're just poor people, and they need somebody to help them. Poor can be a state of mind too, It's not always in dealing with finances. It could be poor in spirit. You can be rich in spirit and poor in finances. So it's all how you look at it. So as I deal with finances and talk about finances when I'm dealing with different topics and this and that and all my other subjects that I deal with through the week, I'm not against anybody having money. I'm not. I'm going to have it. But I just want to be balanced with it, and a lot of it has to do with the efforts that we put into things. And, so I look at things totally different than a lot of people. And I don't allow people, I'm not going to allow people to box me in, to how they want me to think. I want to be able to think how I want to think, Now I'll compromise with people on some stuff, but I'm not going to totally give up my power to anyone. I'm just not going to do that because everybody's, has free will. So, This is going on 5 minutes. So now, forgive me. What I'm going to do with this Buddhist text is it's called The Shape of Suffering. And I'm going to read the introduction just so that we can all, start from the beginning with it and study it together. And with the introduction, I'm going to break it into pieces, okay? I'm just going to stop at a certain place and then pick it up when I get back to that in the rotation of the religious text, okay? In 3 more days or whatever, on the 4th day, I think. Then I'll get back to the Buddhist text. And then one day out of the week on a Sunday, I'll have a verse from one of the texts or have something from, I'll cite something from one of the texts for the next 16 weeks before I go on channel break. Okay? Now, let's see here. Now, these names, Thanissaro Bhikkhu. I know I'm not saying it right. I'm sorry. So these are works inspired by him. And I received the free copies of this from a monastery, and I'm gonna my next meditation with this text, I'm gonna cite the monastery that donated these books to me, and I want to thank them for that publicly. And I appreciate that. That's saving me some money. Eventually, I want to get, there's a series of these books. I want to get every volume at some point, but right now, I'm sorry, my nose, whew, my allergies, wheesh. Sorry, people, sorry. Oh my gosh, sorry. Anyway, so let's just start, and then I'm gonna move on. Now, if I destroy these names, please forgive me. Don't jump on me, because if you do in the comments, I'm going to delete you. Just be nice with me about it, because I don't know what I'm saying and doing. Okay, but I just want to learn. Just be nice to me about it, because I'm putting myself out there. I know I'm going to sound like a dummy. I realize that. Okay, and the introduction. Only stress and the cessation of stress. Now, the name, forgive me, Dakha. The experience of stress, pain, suffering is not a simple thing. As the Buddha once observed, we respond to its complexity in 2 ways. 1. Okay, we respond to the complexity in 2 ways. And what is the result of stress? There are some cases in which a person overcome with pain, his mind exhausted, grieves, mourns, laments, beats his breast, and becomes bewildered. Or one overcome with pain, his mind exhausted, comes to search outside, who knows a way or two to stop this pain. I tell you, monks, that stress results either in bewilderment or in search. You know what I do? I'm not, when I'm feeling pain, I just don't accept it anymore. I know that sometimes you just really can't. You can't, let's pray it away, depending on how serious it is. But, I send it back. I say, I don't accept this, And most of the time, it takes like, a little bit sometimes, and then it's gone. Usually. Except for my knee. Sometimes I have problems with it, not too bad. I can't jog anymore. I used to be an athlete, and I don't want to blow my knee out because I don't want to have knee surgery. So that's how I feel about that. The problem is that the bewilderment often guides the search, leading to more suffering and stress. To resolve this dilemma, the Buddha devoted his life and his awakening to showing a reliable way to end of stress. And summarizing the whole of his teachings, he said, both formerly and now, it is only stress that I describe. And the cessation of stress is the feeling of the stress, okay? The cessation, okay? These are the issues he taught for 45 years. In some cases, he would give a succinct explanation of stress and its cessation. In others, he would explain them in more detail. See, I'm really blessed because I learned how to transmute that negative energy, I that's something.